Hey, Miss Granberry, this is my persuasive speech, so here are all my note cards. Let's get started. Soda, the silent killer. A quote from Yang Feng Ren of the University of Rochester School of Medicine and Dentistry said, "I think it is plausible that Mountain Dew, could dissolve a mouse in a few months." We all have most likely drank a soda at one time or another. I drank sodas for 7 years of my life, and I wish I could take them all back. Soda is a silent killer that many people drink daily. Today, I will share with you the higher risks that soda can cause of obesity, heart problems, and tissue and dental deterioration. Now let's get started talking about the first risk of drinking sodas. Sodas can be one of the culprits in causing obesity. Soda has been referred to as liquid candy because of the high amounts of high fructose corn syrup found in sodas. According to the Los Angeles Times website, and the high fructose corn syrup in soda has much more fructose than advertised, study finds, accessed on March 9, 2020. The article says high fructose corn syrup is often singled out as food enemy number 1 because it has become ubiquitous in processed foods over the last 30 years, a period that coincides with a steep rise in obesity. High fructose corn syrup is supposed to contain no more than 55% fructose and 45% glucose. However, in a study done by researchers from the University of Southern California's Keck School of Medicine found that some of the sugar that is in sodas is not even high fructose corn syrup, but is called really high fructose corn syrup. They also found that Coke and Pepsi contained as much as 65% fructose and only 35% glucose, and Sprite contained as much as 64% fructose and 36% glucose. The stomach does not register that it is full after consuming hundreds of calories. According to the Benoff Children's Hospital website in the Sweet Drinks and Obesity article accessed on March 9, 2020, this article reads, "This may have something to do with ghrelin, the hormone in your stomach that lets you know when you're hungry. When the hormone increases, you feel hungry. When you eat, the hormone goes down. However, it only works with food, not liquid. Drinking soda and other sweetened liquids does nothing for your hunger, even if you consume hundreds of calories." Now let's talk about the second risk of soda. Soda can cause an increased risk of heart problems. The research into heart disease being related to soda is why I titled this speech, "The Silent Killer." According to the Quartz website in the New Science links soda with heart problems and 2 types of cancer article, as of March 9, 2020, New Science out of Harvard University found that more people drink sodas, the higher risk of dying from heart disease, breast cancer, and colon cancer. This Harvard study drew from 37,716 men and 80,647 women who reported data from 1986 to 2014. The research followed study participants' health for several decades. They reported how many sugar-sweetened carbonated beverages they drank per week and month. The article also reads, people who drank more than 2 servings a day had a 31% higher risk of death from bad heart health. Each serving per day increase in soda consumption was associated with a 10% higher risk in heart disease-related death. To a lesser degree, more soda consumption was also linked to an increased risk of developing breast and colon cancer. Diet sodas may cause an even bigger risk of heart problems. According to the AARP website accessed on March 9, 2020, the article "Study Links Diet Sodas to Strokes Death" reads, "A study of more than 80,000 women ages 50 to 79 links drinking 2 or more diet sodas a day with an increased risk for certain kinds of strokes, coronary artery disease, and death." The study follows other research that previously connected artificial sweeteners found in diet soda and other beverages with a higher risk of stroke, heart attack, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and other conditions. Now let's talk about our last risk of soda for today. Soda can cause an increased risk of tissue and dental deterioration. Citrus-flavored sodas cause the most amount of deterioration. According to the Scientific American website accessed on March 9, 2020, in the "Can Mountain Dew Really Dissolve a Mouse Carcass" article, it reads, "An attempt to win a small court battle this week has put Mountain Dew in peril of losing a much larger war. PepsiCo, the soft drinks parent company, defended itself against a man who claimed he had a dead mouse in a can of his Mountain Dew. PepsiCo's lawyer defended themselves by saying the Mountain Dew would have dissolved the mouse, turning it into a jelly-like substance had it been in the can from the time of bottling until the day the plaintiff opened it 15 months later. The article also tells us when Fraunhofer's team soaked human molars in Mountain Dew for 2 weeks, the molar's enamel lost more than 6% of its volume. However, molars soaked in Coke only lost 1% of their enamel. Molars soaked in Diet Mountain Dew had the most at 8% of their enamel lost. The acid also has a chelating effect. It can combine with calcium in the bones, taking it away quicker, said Wren. I conducted an experiment to show the examples of tissue deterioration from soda. In this experiment, I placed a piece of meat in a sealed jar with different types of soda and one in a jar filled with water. The results of the experiment were very gross. There was so much discoloration in the meat caused from the high fructose corn syrup in dark sodas. When I pulled the piece of meat out of the Coke jar, there was pieces of it falling right off. I did notice that with the Diet Pepsi, the discoloration was much lighter than the Coke. The Diet Mountain Dew had become green at the corners and lost a lot of its natural color. The overall experiment was very gross in my opinion. I did put one piece in water. I could see this one, even though the meat had been sitting there for 2 days, still had a fairly pink color and did not smell nearly as bad as the other pieces of meat. The worst part to me was when I pulled the pieces out and portions were actually falling off of them. Also, the actual liquid in the jar had lost a lot of its pigmentation where the meat had absorbed the high fructose corn syrup. Now picture what that meat was doing and picture it as your body. To conclude my speech, I believe there is more than enough evidence and research to prove that sodas are harmful to our body. Soda can cause an increased risk of obesity, heart problems, tissue, and dental deterioration. Soda is a silent killer that many of us drink daily. Today, I want to leave you with a question. If we will fight the use of tobacco, which we know causes heart issue, cancer, and diabetes, why will we not try to stop the use of sodas that are causing some of the same issues? Thank you.